Junior High. I'm Josh.
And I'm Jaden. Welcome to this week's Royal Roundup. Recently, we held our community project fair where all the 9th graders got a chance to share their group projects with the rest of the school.
For our community project, we made a blog about feminism.
We've helped feed hunger in their local community.
Our main slogan thing was the power of music.
Earlier this year, each group of students chose a topic they were passionate about, then figured out a way that they could help.
Did you know that 1 in 10 dogs will end up in a shelter and never find a permanent home? 1 in 10 dogs. That's a lot. So we wanted to make shelter life more comfortable for dogs.
Each group put in at least 15 hours of service as they worked to make their community and their world a better place.
Starting this week on the Royal Roundup, we will be digging deeper into a selection of these community projects.
9th graders Ramon, Slate, and JT saw a need at North for students to break out of their friend groups and make new connections. As an example of this, they spent time with the students and staff in North's Compass program.
And that was to get to know them and get to know how to make new connections ourselves before we put that out to the public.
What is one way to really approach these kids as well? Because some people might be, a little hesitant.
Saying hi is the first step of anything. These kids love just stuff that you guys love. They just have to approach things a little differently, but they love interacting with other people. They don't necessarily have the ability to, verbalize stuff, but you can definitely see by their body language and how they, interact with each other that they definitely are communicating with each other.
Yeah.
You can do it because they're like normal kids just like us. They have the same interests a lot of the time, and even if they don't, you can find common ground with anybody, and that's really what it was all about. And that goes for not just that group of people, but everybody in the school. People that you may not know.
It's a simple hi, like, hey, what's up, Dexter, or something like that, or a lot of times people just give them high five or nugs. I think that's where they respond the best.
And it may take them a little longer to respond, so you may say hi to them and you don't think that they're going to acknowledge you, but if you wait a little bit, they will. Whether it's a smile or, Abdirahman will give a thumbs up, that's his way of saying, hi and I'm great, or that type of thing. But giving just a couple minutes of them to be able to respond, and they will.
There's a lot of things that these kids just have in common, as well as the common community just in this school, and that's kind of what we're trying to show through this, the Royal Roundup, and through recording this, is that showing them that they have fun as well. They like to go to the structure, have fun with us too.
We just want to share that news, share the information that you can easily go up and say hi to them, easily have fun with them if they're in the structure with them too.
Throw a ball to them, play a little bit of soccer with them. That's something that we're really trying to show, and that is really just an example to branch out from your own community. That's what our goal is, and you helped us with that. So thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
We got Allie Butts, grade 7, for being excellent.
And we have Daniela, nominated by Miss Bush, for being excellent.
Congratulations, you are the winner.
It's Kaden Marsh from 7th grade, from Miss Fritz, for being determined and excellent. Krishan Hoskins, grade 8, but staff name Mr. Ware.
Oscar Wolf in 7th grade.
Mr. Johnson,
for being determined.
Jonah Kilker for being excellent.
Last week, we asked our monthly trivia question.
Name the poet who wrote the following lines. These woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep.
The answer was Robert Frost.
We drew a winner from all the correct responses, and the winner is Zach Chelikowski.
Congratulations, Zach. You win 10 seconds of fame on this week's show.
I just want to shout out Emma for grabbing the iPad out of my hand and typing the response. Thanks.
Hey, I'm Maddie, and I want to recommend this book called Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. You can find it in the fantasy section. It's about a girl named Mara Barrow whose world is divided by blood. There are people with silver blood who have these powers like controlling water or ice or heat. And then there are people with red blood who are normal. And then by a twist of fate, Mare turns out to be at the palace serving the elite silvers and finds out that she has power of her own, even though she has red blood. I would recommend this book to anybody who likes to read about the supernatural and that type of stuff. There are 4 books in the series, and you should read them all.
Now, here are some upcoming events you should know about.
The Royal Chef Competition video entry deadline has been extended to Monday, April 23rd at 6 p.m.
For the Royal Chef Competition, teams of junior high students will go head-to-head, creating original dishes for celebrity judges. There are wonderful prizes this year, and the winning meal will be on the school lunch menu next year for all to enjoy. One of our judges this year is Milo Fleming from Top Chef Junior. You might even be on the news.
You can enter solo and be paired up, or you can enter as part of a 2 to 3 person team. Don't delay, pick up a permission slip in the 9th grade hallway, then get your video entry to Mrs. Pepin by Monday night at 6 p.m. Teams will be announced next week.
Hey, do you like snacks? Yay! Do you also like discussing LGBTQIA+ related issues with your peers in a supportive atmosphere? Yay! Then you'll definitely want to check out the next after-school GSA meeting this Monday, April 23rd from 2:45 to 3:45 in room 211.
Can't make it after school? Remember, our GSA also meets every A day during WIN.
And speaking of WIN, don't forget, after today's show, you'll have a chance to register for next week's WIN sessions. Before we go, we've got your C2 circle question for Monday.
What is the most incredible weather event you've ever been through in your life?
That's all the announcements we have for this week.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Stop recording!